What if I told you that your obsession with freedom is the exact thing keeping you stuck? You wake up every single day wanting the flexibility to do what you want, when you want, and however you want. You look at a strict daily schedule and you think it looks like life in the military, or worse, maybe life in prison. You think it kills your creativity. You think it strips away your spontaneity. So you treat every single morning like a brand new startup experiment. You wake up, you check your mood, and you let your feelings dictate your focus. Here is the tough love truth you've been avoiding. Amateurs rely on inspiration. Elites rely on architecture. Welcome to the Achieve Your Apex podcast. I'm Chad Hyams, and we are in the middle of our series on what I'm calling the Core Four. Your four foundational, non-negotiable pillars that separate the people who talk about big goals from the people who conquer big goals. Last week, we unlocked pillar number one, energy. We broke down the reality that your energy is your highest leverage currency. And we looked at how elite performers use a Formula One pit crew mentality to protect their calendar. We established that white space on your calendar isn't freedom, it's just white noise draining your battery and leaking your power. And if you want to hear that and get a refresher, go back one episode and check out episode 1 of the Core Four. Today, we stack that second pillar directly on top of the foundation we built. And today, we lock in routine. Might be one of my favorite topics. What I mean is, if energy is the high octane fuel that you put in the engine, routine is the steel track that keeps that train moving 200 miles an hour safely. Without it, you're just revving your engines in the mud, wondering why you're burning so much fuel and staying in the exact same place. Let's look at the reason your brain is actively fighting your lack of structure, and let's look at the actual cost of a chaotic day. Every single time you have to decide what to do next, you leak power. Think about your typical morning when you don't have architecture. What time should I wake up? What time should I actually get out of bed? What should I wear today? What should I go work on first? When should I check my email? When do I go to the gym? You think these are all small, harmless questions. They're not. Every single one of those microscopic choices acts like a tiny puncture wound in your focus. By the time you finally sit down at your desk to do the high leverage, creative, revenue producing work, your brain's already exhausted. It is experiencing decision fatigue. You have burned up your entire daily currency on trivial nonsense before the game even really started. The neurological data that goes with this, a landmark behavioral study out of Duke University, revealed a staggering metric. Up to 45% of the choices you make every single day are not conscious, real-time decisions at all. They are deeply embedded, automated habits. Your brain is a biological machine explicitly designed to conserve energy. It is constantly searching for ways to automate your life so it doesn't have to burn glucose processing repetitive tasks. When you refuse to build a high performance routine, you are forcing your brain to work double time. You're swimming upstream against your own biology. Think about it this way. You don't wake up in the morning and have a massive internal debate about whether you should brush your teeth or not. You don't weigh pros and cons. You don't wait until you feel inspired to do it. It's entirely automated. High performers take that exact same level of automated execution and apply it to things that truly move the needle. They apply it to their revenue generating activities. They apply it to physical movement and health. They apply it to the relationships that are important. And they apply it to their professional preparation. Look at legendary achievers throughout history. They never sat around waiting for a magical bolt of lightning to strike them before starting work. They designed an environment where success became the path of least resistance because the routine forced them into the room. If you're only operating when you feel motivated, you've already lost. Motivation is an unreliable, fleeting emotion. Routine is a permanent infrastructure. Routine delivers results on the days you feel like conqueror, and routine delivers results on the days you want to pull the cover back over your head. It does not care about your mood. It cares about your activity. To build an elite routine, you don't need to micromanage every single minute of your day. Don't worry about that, because that's not sustainable. And frankly, that probably does feel a little like a prison or being in the military. You don't need to account for every 15-minute increment. You just need to lock down three non-negotiable anchor points. When these three zones are automated, they create a gravity that pulls the rest of your day into an ideal alignment. So let's look at these three non-negotiable anchor points. First one, the first 60 minutes of the day. How you start determines your velocity, period. Most people wake up, roll over, reach for their phone, and instantly flood their brains with notifications, emails, social media stress, and other people's urgent priorities. Before their feet have even hit the floor, they're playing defense in a game they didn't even start yet. Your morning routine may be entirely proactive. It should be entirely proactive. Simple. Hydrate your body, move your muscles somehow, and review your primary objective for the day before you even look at a glowing screen. Own your morning so you can dictate how the day will go. First 60 minutes, no screens are needed. TV or phone or iPad or laptop. 2, anchor the production zone. This connects directly to last week's calendar architecture we talked about. You must have a protected block on your calendar dedicated solely to high leverage production. The work that actually grows your business or builds your legacy. For most people, this needs to happen early in the day when your energy is at its peak. The block should not be flexible. It should happen at the same time, in the same environment, with zero outside distractions, zero open tabs on that laptop, and zero notifications allowed on your phone. You don't find time for this block, you protect that time with your life. So this block happens every day. And the third anchor point, recovery time. Because this is the secret that most people miss. An elite morning routine does not start with the alarm going off. It starts the night before. Your evening routine is designed to transition your brain out of fight, flight, freeze operational mode and into deep recovery. Set a firm digital shutdown time whenever you want. Audit your schedule and map out your targets for tomorrow before your head hits the pillow. When you clear the deck the night before, you eliminate morning panic. You wake up with clarity, ready to execute because the decisions have already been made. Here is your accountability check for today. I want you to look closely at your calendar for the last 2 weeks. If I sat down with you and reviewed your schedule, would I see a highly predictable, surgical pattern of execution? Or would I see some chaotic scramble of a lone wolf reacting to daily fires? Or even worse, would I see a blank page? If you want to lead output, you have to stop fighting structure. Stop treating routine like restriction and start treating it like the ultimate competitive advantage. Own your time. Build an architecture that serves your vision and automate the execution so your energy stays focused exactly where it matters most. Your challenge this week is direct, it is urgent, and it is simple. Pick one of those 3 anchor points that I talked about today. Just one. It can be that first 60 minutes. It could be the digital shutdown at nighttime, or it could be that locked in productivity time. And I want you to automate that for the next week. No compromises, no adjustments. Own the routine you are building. Next week, we get to pillar number 3 of the core 4, which is going to be health. We're going to break down the mechanics and tracking metrics that are going to help you sustain the massive momentum without burnout. Control your focus, build your routine, and as always, keep climbing.